Disney's couldn't get more and more pathetic. You know, okay, Little Mermaid is gonna flop. Okay, everybody's now agreeing that movie's gonna flop. I said the movie's gonna flop the first weekend. People are like, it's not gonna flop. It's Disney. Disney can't fail. Okay. Dial of Destiny. No one's buying it. Okay. Uh, you know, so this movie is projected to only make 60 million. Okay, 60 million. It seems that people are done with Disney's bullshit. Okay, people are done with Disney's bullshit. People are done with Disney's bullcrap. Okay, as well. So Dial of Destiny is down from the 100 million of the last movie. Okay, it is down with 260 million. Okay. Okay. This is down from the 100 million this movie was supposed to open to. No, that was down from 100. Okay, that's the last entry. Okay, this movie, I'm saying that $70 million is stretched every other genre. Also, they were tracking the metrics that Dial Destiny is showing here, but this movie's doing terribly. Okay, okay, it seems that people don't want this movie. Okay, people don't want Indiana Jones to be replaced with a woman. Because that's what the ending is supposed to be. Indiana Jones retires and Helena takes over. Okay? And you think that people are gonna watch that? People are gonna watch, Indiana Jones be beat down, be portrayed as a bumbling old fool the whole time. Meanwhile, Helena is the smart, kind of like how they portrayed Han Solo in the Force Awakens. Okay? Yeah. Okay. So yeah, but this movie is doing terribly. The last film was so respect. What did Disney expect? Mission Paramount to move Mission Impossible up to July 7th. Okay, yeah, yeah. And Indiana Jones it's not going to do Top Gun numbers. Okay, it is not going to do Top Gun numbers. Also, the Transformers previews as well. Okay, watch this movie does better. This movie does worse than Transformers. This is a franchise that has gone to its lowest point already with Bumblebee's opening. Yeah, and it made around 8.8 million. You know, which means it's doing similar to Fast X, which means this movie might probably beat Spider Verse. Okay, if we're comparing this to Fast X, but it gross 8.8 million, which means it will gross what those people are saying is gonna make 30 million. Okay, yeah. Of course, the critics don't like it, but again, no, we don't give a shit what the critics think about these movies. Okay, we don't give a shit. Okay, they lost our trust when they gave Mario a bad score. Okay, Fast X. I think people are sick of that series. Okay, people are sick of Fast and the Furious, but they're trying to bring back the Transformers franchise in a new series, and you know, cost 195 million. The grab here is the Round Two series overseas was projected at 100 million. Half of that coming from China as well. Okay. And also the box office is ahead of last year. Also, Will Mermaid is 4 million despite versus 10 million on Thursday. Okay. Did it really make 4 million on first day? Again, we gotta see the numbers. Okay, we're gonna see the numbers. Okay, Transformers. Spider-Man is still beating Transformers. So, likely Spider-Verse will be number one, but Transformers will still be a second place. Spider-Verse is having pretty good ratings like the original is. Okay. We'll look at the Little Mermaid remake. Okay, that was Wednesday's number. Little Mermaid remake. Again, these numbers are not too good. 66% drop, 80% drop. Okay. It was actually above. It is now in the average movie. So it's performing like your average movie is now. Okay. And Aladdin, this movie is now behind Aladdin. Okay. This movie is now behind Aladdin domestically. So that's even worse for the Little Mermaid. It's behind Aladdin. That's not even adjusting it for inflation. Okay, that's not even adjusting it for inflation. Aladdin's 30 million ahead, adjusted for inflation at the box office. So Aladdin is doing way better than the Little Mermaid, adjusted for inflation. Okay, again, this movie is gonna probably lose money at the box office. Okay, the international numbers are definitely gonna slow down once Transformers comes out. Okay. Okay, this movie's international numbers are going to slow down once the Transformers comes out. Because this movie made 8.8 million previews, which is and it held higher previews than the last night. But we talk about last night was a launched, I think launched early. Okay, as well. For a franchise role, 26.1 million, but that was because of that. It was a holiday opening. Holiday openings, they typically rely on wigs for those movies like Bumblebee. Okay. Yeah. But Transformers Rise of the Beast makes 8.8 million. A good comparison would be Fast X for this movie. Because that's a more recent example. Okay. That's a more recent example. As well. For example, comparing Little Mermaid to Guardians of the Galaxy is another more better example than comparing it to Aladdin, because that's a newer movie. Okay. As well. I usually try to use newer movies because newer movies typically compare better. Okay. But this movie needs to make $500 million. Okay. It needs to make $500 million to break even. Okay. Actually, it's $195 million. That's what the report said. So $195 million, so $490 million. Okay. To break even. This movie needs to get $490 million to break even. Will it make $490 million? We'll wait to see. Okay. But again, the critics don't like it because it's too much action. Not enough, wokeness in the movies. Not woke enough. Okay. 0 out of 10. This movie not woke. It's not woke, so 0 out of 10. It's okay. It is a direct sequel to Bumblebee, and yes, it is still related to the Michael Bay movies. Transformers will open to 55 to 60 million, but based off the previews, that's a conservative estimate because movies that open to 8 million in previews do around 60 to 70 million dollars plus. Okay, good comparison would be John Wick. A good comparison would be John Wick. Okay, 8.9 million previews. How much did John Wick 4 open to? Okay, and we use John Wick and Fast X as the comparison. we'll also put in Sonic, because Sonic opened to a very similar number as well. Yeah, we can add in Sonic 2 and Fast X. Okay, so Transformers can perform like either one of these three movies. It can perform like Fast X. It'll still make a decent chunk of money. It'll probably end up nearing $150 million. But if it performs like Sonic 2 and John Wick, it'll perform making around $180, $190 million. Okay, if it performs like these movies. Okay, Fast X, of course, is doing abysmally. But you gotta realize that Transformers has competition. Sonic did not. John Wick had Mario, which was for which Mario had a totally different audience from John Wick. Okay, Dungeons and Dragons also was a whole totally different audience. So but the thing is, Transformers and Spider Verse are competing with each other. Okay, they're competing with each other at the box office. Okay, but yeah, that is it about Transformers. Okay, now we're circling back to Indiana Jones: The Dial of Destiny. Okay, the fact that this movie is gonna probably do worse than Transformers is pretty hilarious. The fact that both movies are marred by critics. Okay, marred by critics. These critics hate the movie. Okay. You know, but the difference between Transformers is that the fans are used to the critics not liking their movies. Okay, fans of the Transformers movies are used to the critics not liking the movies. Indiana Jones, okay, we all know that no one wanted another Indiana Jones movie. Okay, no one asked for this. Okay, no one asked for Disney to basically for Disney to take a sit on the Indiana Jones franchise and ruin it even further. Okay, no one asked for this. Dial of Destiny is gonna lose money. Okay, it is gonna lose money. It's gonna be one of the biggest box office failures of the year, and of course, it couldn't happen to a nicer company. Okay, and this movie, will not be one of the highest grossing movies of the year. Unfortunately, The Little Mermaid will be, because Disney fanboys will still give that crap money, but Indiana Jones 5 will not be in the top 10 movies of the year worldwide. It will not. And once the rest of the year turns out to be horrible, like Flash does, and which I don't think they have updated the box office for the Flash yet. As well, but the critics don't like it, but again, actually this is the critic score. So we haven't lied to that the critics don't like the Flash. That's a 72%, which again sort of helped the movie a little bit. Okay. Sort of helped the movie a little bit. Okay. I do think that the critics are too harsh on DC movies, but they're not harsh enough on Marvel movies, okay? Like Quantumania, okay? My opinion on Quantumania is a terrible movie. People have different opinions on movies, but they're not harsh enough on Marvel, okay? That's where people get the Marvel bias from, okay? And yes, a lot of the older Marvel movies, they're good. Of course, you don't need the trash on Doctor Strange or Civil War, because they're actually good and well-made movies, okay? But really, you think that Justice League and Batman vs Superman, and Suicide Squad, they're not really good movies. Wonder Woman 1984 was mediocre. So yeah, but DC fans, they do have a point when it comes to quote unquote Marvel bias and Disney bias, especially considering the fact that they gave Captain Marvel such a high score. Okay, they gave that movie such a high score because well, Captain Marvel's a woman, 10 out of 10. Watch movie, consume product, don't question. Okay, but they give Alita such a bad score. They give Wonder Woman 1984 such a bad score. Okay, or something like that. But it's just ridiculous. No one really trusts Rotten Tomatoes anymore. Okay, after Mario, I don't think the general audience really gives a crap about Rotten Tomatoes anymore. Okay, as well. But yep, that's basically this video here. Goodbye. Goodbye.